Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. Have you ever felt the need of automatically creating multiple time series forecasting models using ARIMA, SARIMA and Profit and then choosing the best one out of that using a single line of code? Well, guess what? I discovered an amazing library called as auto_ts. Auto_ts helps you create amazing time series forecasting models with the help of single line of code. Before I show you the magic of auto_ts, a big shout out to Ram, Nikhil and Kevin for open sourcing this amazing library. I'll add the link to the repository in the description section of the video. Feel free to check it out. So without wasting any further time, let's kickstart the video. But hey, hold on. It would be super motivating if you can press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to be notified for amazing videos on data science and machine learning. With that, let's kickstart the video. Let us kickstart the activity by importing the necessary modules. So let me first load NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib. I have two files, train.xlx and test.xlx. I'll load them into their corresponding data frames. So let me run the cell. Let me now go forward and show you the first 5 rows of the training dataset. So as you can clearly see, I have two columns, date and sales. Let me now go forward and show you the dimensions of my data frame. So as you can clearly see, my training data frame has 433 rows and 2 columns. Let me also show you the information of the training data frame. So let me run the cell. So as you can clearly see, I have two columns. I don't have any null values and my first column is a datetime column and the second column is a float64 column. Let me now go forward and show you the total shape of my testing data set. So let me run the cell. So as you can clearly see, I have a testing data set of around 61 rows. In order to create better visualizations with my x-axis being the time axis, I will set my date column as the index column. So let me go forward and run this activity for both the training dataset and the testing dataset. So now if I show you the first 5 rows of my training data frame, this is something that you will observe. My date column is an index column now and my sales column is the only column that I have in my data frame. Before we jump and visualize the power of auto_ts, let me go forward and visualize both my training dataset and my testing dataset. So let me run the cell. So as you can clearly see, there is a clear positive trend in my sales with respect to time. My blue color line denotes my training dataset and my orange color line denotes my testing dataset. If this idea is clear, let's go forward. Let me go forward and unhide this cell. Before we start making use of auto_ts library, we'll have to install some packages. I'm using Google Colab, so that is the reason I didn't have to install Profit beforehand. Please refer to the documentation for more information in terms of the installation process. Let me now go forward and install auto_ts. So let me run the cell. Now that the installation is complete, let's go forward. The first step in order to utilize auto_ts is to make the necessary imports. So let me go forward and import auto_time series from the auto_ts package. As you can clearly see, as soon as I import auto_time series, there is a set of documentation that is also given out in terms of how you can better utilize this amazing library. Now that the imports are complete, let me go forward and first create an instance of the auto underscore time series class. The first argument that I pass in is forecast underscore period, and I equate it to a value equal to 61. Why have I chosen 61? Well, if you recollect, my testing data set has close to 61 rows. So I want to make a prediction for my testing data set and validate how good it is performing on those unseen 61 data points. The next thing that I specify is the score type. Here I want the model to have the lowest root mean squared error. Given my data is daily data, I specify time underscore interval equal to D. And rather than mentioning a particular model like FB Profit or ARIMA or SARIMA, I want this entire auto underscore time series model to give me the best possible model that there is for this particular data set. So let me go forward and run this cell. So if you recollect, for better visualization, I had set the date column as the index column. However, for creating the model, I'll require the date column to be an entirely different column. So let me go forward and reset the index. Now, if I show you the training data frame, it will contain two columns, that is date column as well as sales column. Let me now go forward and fit the model. So let me quickly unhide the cell. So the only thing that you have to do right now is you have to call model.fit, pass in the training data frame, pass in the columns which contains the date values, and pass in the actual values of the columns that you want to forecast, that is in our case the sales column. So let me go forward and run this cell. So it gives out a warning as well that it is running the best model and it will take time to create the best possible model, so be patient. So we have started the entire activity with profit, and now I'm seeing the seasonal ARIMA variant being developed as well. So after creating multiple models, we have the results finally with us. Profit is outperforming all the other models that exist currently. Profit has a root mean squared value of around 1.21. Let me now go forward and create future predictions. So let me run the cell. Again, I'll reset my testing dataset index so that I have two columns, date column as well as the sales column. Since I have the predictions with me, what I do is I create a new column called as profit predictions and I pass in the prediction values to this particular testing data frame. So let me run the cell. Let me show you the testing data frame. So as you can clearly see, I have three columns now: date, sales value and profit predictions. Again, in order to better visualize the time series plot, I will set my column, that is the date column, as the index column. So let me run the cell. Let me again show you the testing data frame. This time around it will have two columns and one index column. So yeah, this is very evident from this table as well. Now let's go forward and visualize the predictions along with my testing values. So let me run this cell. So as you can clearly see, the prediction values are very close to the actual values. There are some deviations as well, but ideally the overall root mean squared error is very less as compared to the other models that we would have created for this particular data set. So overall, I am very happy with the results that I am seeing using auto underscore TS. So this is all that I had in today's video. I hope you found this video informative. If you do like the content that I post on my channel, it would be super motivating if you can press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to be notified for amazing videos on data science and machine learning. Thank you so much for watching the video.